Out here on the Mount Sicker property, we are below the half and half showing, which is about 200 meters up above there. Nugget Creek adit is over on the creek on Nugget Creek over there. And we are here at a small little shaft. Don't know how deep it is. Just found this. Struck on schists, and it looks like there's some quartz and stuff on the dump. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty full of silt and debris. Few meters. Just a little test shaft. You have schistose rock here in the dump. You got some quartz. We're going to try and get a sample off this back wall right here. Digging into the side of the dump here, you can tell you have schistose rock and you have quartz. So there's some sulfides in the quartz. You see minor amounts of chalcopyrite, very minor amounts. And then you also see pyrite. So we chipped a sample off inside the small little shaft, and we took a sample from the dump, and they're pretty similar. You get the occasional area where there's a bit of chalcopyrite, but it's mostly iron pyrite. This is from the shaft. You can see a little bit of chalcopyrite in there. And this is from the dump. Very similar. Down on Nugget Creek, you can see the giant trench here that was dug. It's about 4 to 5 meters wide, 3 to 4 meters deep. It goes from here all the way to the edge of the creek. Across, there is the Nugget Creek adit, which is named that by me because there's no historical records on this. This adit is 37 meters long, following quartz and sulfides. The dump is down here, and we are going to go grab a sample from the adit, check out the dump a little bit, check out the creek. So this is interesting. There's a trench here, and this leads to an open cut or a shaft that's about 5 meters deep. That stick goes down about 1.5 meters below this. It's all filled with sticks. And yeah, cutting through a schistose rock, it looks like. I don't see any mineralization right now, but they were clearly after something. A little bit of mineralization in there, it looks like. I'm going to poke around here for a little bit before we go to the adit and see what we can find. Alright, so we're hammering into this little open cut here on the water's edge. This vein strikes into that second shaft area we just looked at, where the trench is. And the quartz here looks really plain and barren until you hammer into it. There's no malachite staining on the outside, but inside, malachite staining, you have disseminated chalcopyrite. Here, from about here to about here, is mineralized. Right here. Taking a sample off here, taking a sample from here, taking a sample from here, you can see the malachite staining in there. So we're going to get a sample from here, a sample from in there, before we go down to the adit. Just broke another chunk out here. You can see the chalcopyrite in there. Think we got enough for our sample here. Down about 75 meters here at the Nugget Creek adit. This goes in 37 meters. This is the dump area here. all along here. There's dump material, as well as on the other side. So we're going to look around the dump. We're going to get a sample briefly from the mouth of the adit. I do have a sample still from last time I was here from the back. I don't want to go in because it's water filled, but give you a quick look. When we went in here last time, we walked into above our knees in water. So this goes in 37 meters. About 15 meters in, there is a little bit of an open cut on the right hand side. So we're going to get a sample off the quartz from the side here. They're following quartz and sulfides like the other veins that we saw up there. Let's get to pounding rocks. We have a couple gorgeous samples full of chalcopyrite. Very nicely mineralized. So those last samples were from up at the mine. We've got some dump samples that we pulled out of the bank right here. Chalcopyrite and pyrite. Some gorgeous samples. Nicely mineralized. And we got J2 pulling out more samples from the waste rock over there. Some nice samples from here. More coming out of the side of the dump here. You can see the quartz with sulfides. More sulfides here. Take a look at this. This is a quartz, and this has chalcopyrite all throughout it. I'll hammer a piece off and show you. So I hammered this piece off here. See the mineralization. We also have another piece I found in the dump. Semi-massive pyrite, minor chalcopyrite. Very interesting and very mineralized. We got another one here. Not too bad. Another sample here. Massive pyrite throughout here. Pyrite with quartz. This is from the dump. So we are about 800 to 1,000 meters away from the Lenora and Tye workings, which are that way. This is Nugget Creek, and this is an unrecorded adit. Those are unrecorded workings up there. Some really good samples coming out of here. Over this way, about 400 or 500 meters, you have the Battery Ridge showing, which is a zinc showing, and the all metal copper, which is a zone that runs up the hillside and has reportedly been intersected by drill targets in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And that's 400 or 500 meters that way. This runs in that direction, the adit. So, lots of good samples. Be nice to see what kind of results a couple of these have from in the adit for sure, and maybe one of the dump samples, so we will send those out to the lab. That's it for the video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.